One owner car guy, oneownercarguy.com. I'm gonna have like 4 or 5 of these videos coming up. This one's gonna be cleaning, degreasing the frame, front suspension, which I clean it, degrease it, brush it all down really good. I don't show some of the work because obviously I'm just scrubbing it down. And it's hard to film by myself too. But I'm doing all that, pull the grill out. Here's the truck. Don't want to give you too much of a look because I don't even know if it put it in there. Because at the end of all the videos, you're gonna see how it looks. It's done now, but I'm putting videos together. So that's the deal. Taking the grill out, sanding it down. An emblem for this truck sometimes costs up to $100 and over. I'm not buying an emblem. I'm making my own. Homemade emblem. That'll be in the next video. And I'll show you some of how the underneath looks after we put some rust protectant and such on it in this video. Hope you enjoy. And like I say, I'm gonna do right now, film the wheel well, because we scrubbed all the wheel well. Who's we? I scrubbed all the wheel wells out and degreased them all down and got everything looking good. And in the front, it was plastic. I coated the plastic. It's got the factory rubber that goes to protect the engine compartment. So that's the video. There'll be lots more coming up. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment. Links to everything I'm using down in the description below. Check it out. Thanks for watching. Here we go. Beautiful day in the valley. And I'm working on this here Chevy pickup truck. One owner car guy, oneownercarguy.com. My kid's not having a good day. He wants to help, but we're doing things that he can't do. I already did these wheels over here for the heck of it. And I'm gonna do the other side. And I'll just show little spurts of what we're doing here as I go along. Like these wheel wells, it's gonna be just a simple power washing. Will make these look great. And this truck's gonna be bugged. What's wrong, dude? What's wrong? Oh, I can't right now, no. I'm so sorry. So, yeah, he can just cry. I gotta work. But just cleaning this up will make a big difference. Look at that spare. Never been on the road, man. I'm gonna power wash under here, make this all look a little better. I'd like to hit that up with flat black paint. But I doubt I'll do anything like that on this one. It's only got 51,000 miles on it. Let's show you the front, because I definitely am gonna power wash all this. Wow, it's pretty clean, man. Look at the bottom of everything, it's so clean. It's just got some grease on it. This will look good, all decked out, and I'll show you here in a little while when I get done doing it. Like, I hate ball joints looking like that. All right, I blasted out under the back. It looks a lot better now. Just cleaning it up, even cleaning that spare tire, gives you a lot better look. Knocking the grease off the shock, stuff like that. I did this wheel well, and on something like this, although it looks a lot better under here, I'm not happy with the result, so I'm going to actually degrease it. This ain't Comet. It's a very powerful degreaser. You can find a link for it in my description below. It's at my Amazon Associates store. I think I make a % or 2 if you buy it. But you'll love it. And yeah, I'm gonna scrub this. Just a regular old brush. And we'll be right back. Actually, I'm gonna show a bit of the scrubbing because it makes just such a huge difference. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. And it's honestly, it's a 5-minute task. A little more degreaser over there. And it's gonna make it look better. Alright, that result is way worse than that. You show somebody this and they take a look at under here, and you can tell the truck is taken care of. Just because the tires splashed in mud under it, don't mean it's damaged. I'm going to use a tire brush on the tires. Not fully knowing how this is going to turn out, I'm going to take a video real quick before and after. And maybe during, I don't know. Still got the factory rubber there. Pretty cool. Guy cleans it up real well and gets a rust protector. This is a satin. Satin? There's a flat. So I got a flat black here, and then on the wheel wells, check this out. I don't want it to be like this. So I'm gonna scrub them down a bit. I'm gonna spray it with this, and it's a paint and primer Rustoleum. I don't really know where that gave out yet, but I'm gonna put that in here because it just doesn't look like I want it to. Okay, you've probably already seen the wheels. I can't show you too much on this because I don't want you to see the final before it's time. This looks awesome. You can see that. Oh, it looks great. Got a camper shell at the auction. That Z71, if you want a sweet limited edition rig, that is it. So I just wanted to show you how that turned out and all that. Alright, this grill just bugged me, so I got it taken out. Alright, so here it is, right after detailing. And I'll tell you, it makes a huge, huge difference. I haven't done nothing but just pressure wash and brush a little bit. We're talking huge difference. It's coming this way, and I figured I'd show from the side. This would be a before. You still got the green plug. You can't even really tell it's green. But I'm just going to power wash this and show you the difference after, just cleaning up a rig correctly. Alright, this is how it looks right after with just a power wash. Much more even, at least. And I'll tell you, people take notice when they look and they can actually see the frame. They don't mind if there's a little patina on it. Alright, here's the underneath of it after. It really looks good. Gets a little bit of protection. Gotta love it. One owner car guy, oneownercarguy.com. I was gonna make a video before I even started, but I didn't. When to buff your car, truck, what have you. White don't usually need much buffing, but I'll tell you the difference it's gonna bring. You see the streaking and stuff in the paint. Detailing your truck correctly can definitely give you a shine and brilliance that you normally wouldn't have. If you're looking to sell your truck, you definitely want to detail it the best you can. So just kind of a before and after washing and a before and after detailing. Okay, we washed the truck down. It's going to be hard to tell except for in like a shadow or a glare. So I'm going to show you this here, and then I'm going to go ahead and buff the back half of this quarter panel and show you the difference. I'm also going to do the light, and I use something different on the light than I use on the rest, but we'll see how it looks here after a quick polish. And when I say quick polish, I mean quick. This is no 3-stage type thing or nothing. Okay, as you can see here, this is pretty dull, and then right behind it you can see where it gets shiny, and you can see basically where I polished it and where I didn't, and it makes quite the huge difference. And when you back off of something like this and actually take a picture, you can really notice. But that's your differences there for you. Definitely more shiny. Hope you can see it in the lighting. But basically anything is worth buffing in my opinion. I mean, there's a clear line of where it was polished. And you can go over it again with some hand glaze to get rid of a couple swirls. But I just did a quick polish just to shine her up. I'll put a little wax on it next. These old grills get to be awful, and I've already started sanding on this side of it. And I'm gonna do I don't know, I'm just gonna make a video doing this grill. I've been taking 220 to this at a slow speed and just getting the faces with the 220. So I pretty much got mostly everywhere I could with the 150. And you can do this by hand. In fact, you'd probably get a better job of it doing it by hand. But that's that. Then you're gonna need some 400 wet and degreaser. And you just need to make sure and touch everywhere. No need to sand it too much even. I mean, get it sanded, but no need to do very much. Just want to scuff the surface and get that degreaser work in there. Can you bring the hose? Well, I've almost got this whole grill sanded down. You'll see it kind of really takes that top surface off, which is what I want because nothing will stick to it if not. Okay, I've sanded most of it. I gotta get these bottom rungs this side, and I'm gonna say goodbye kinda. I'll come back after a while. Once you're done, if you've let it dry up, I usually give it a quick douse of degreaser again and then start wiping it with my gloved hand. Definitely wear gloves. And you know, you got to get every part of it. Underneath all the fins, on top of all the fins, the faces. I mean, you can see stuff comes off right when you do that. There's like this film on it. It's easier, honestly, if you do half the grill to where it doesn't dry out, because anytime you have it dry out, you gotta try harder to get stuff off of it. But for the most part, I am done here. Alright, I think I'm gonna film doing this grill. I already got the grill out and over there. I'm gonna actually hang it up, but I don't think I can do this job and not do this little lower piece here. And if I'm doing the lower piece, I'd rather not tape it off, and I'd rather do it right. So I'm gonna do just that. Now this piece behind it, whenever I do a grill, I hate looking through my nice freshly painted grill and seeing this crap behind it. It's not bad. In fact, look at this. You could just lighten it up by that. So I'm going to try a couple things, because sometimes there's no need to paint. But this here, I don't exactly like that. I want a better job when I'm done. So I'm going to clip little bits in here, there, and everywhere. Horses are out eating the grass and mowing my lawn. And that's about all I know for the moment. And for this lower valance here, I guess you'd call it, there's only 5 bolts holding it in. So when it comes down to it, why not take it out? It's just a very simple piece to take out. So that's that. Now I've got a nice look at that, and I'll be back. And I'm missing the emblem. Now I'm going to paint this. I've got a nice color picked for it, I think. But it's got this, it's almost like an aluminized, I think it's a glue on it. So I'm going to get this off to the best of my ability. Yeah, it's like aluminized with like a white paste behind it. Seems like a thermal paste almost. But I know it can't be that, but whatever. I'm going to take this here stuff off, and then I'm going to sand it down a little. I wish I would have done this before I got done with my grill sanding, but I didn't have a razor blade, so I went ahead and washed it. Now it's going to make me have to double wash it because I got to do this. I guess I could do it after I paint it. So I'm just slicing it off very carefully without going into the bottom. Well, that's not cool. There's going to be a hole in the middle? Really? Well, that's going to make my job harder. It really, really is. This is making it harder right here. I'm going to have to sand this, actually. It's a weird material. Whoa, 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 now. Yeah. This stuff's going to have to all come off. Okay, well, another wash it is. Once I got done with the slicing, I kind of just took my blade and shaved it, if you will. That seemed to get rid of most of it. I ain't done this before. Okay, I've got my air sander, and I've actually got some old 220 on it, which ain't gonna make it much more than 320. Get every edge with that. Okay. That feels pretty good. But it did take everything out of the middle, which is fine. I guess I'm okay with everything being out of the middle. I could leave that dimple there, or I could fill it in. We'll see what I end up doing on that. That said, I'm taking a piece of folded up 320 to it, and I think I'm about done. I've sanded it down pretty good. It is inset a little bit, so when you get to the edges, it's kind of a pain, and I just figured I'd make this quick little video. When you sand this, you want to push in towards the logo with your finger right there and get it by the logo, and having it fold like this will get the trough too, but then you want to put your thumb like this and get the top. Make sure you get both pieces and roll it out of it to where it looks nice. Sometimes on this I would wet sand. In fact, I wet sanded the whole grill, but this, the 320 is a little bit. A 400 will do a 320's job when it's wet. This 320 is good enough for this. So, whatever, this is the last bit of this. And then I'll have my paint going on. I don't know what I'm going to do with that middle yet. I'm thinking I'm going to leave it. Leave a space dimple in it. And I don't even know how many people would notice that. I'd like to say I would, but it's highly doubtful. Okay, I'm going to show you my prep method for behind the grill. And I got to do something to it because, well, it just looks better if you do. I don't like to look through and see it looking shoddy. It's not what I'm aiming for. So I like to spray that on, and this is not Comet. It's a very powerful degreaser, and you'll see a link for it in the description below. Look, you can see the grease just running off of there. In fact, I want it to run a little bit, just to where you can see it drip out on the ground, and how pungent, or whatever, greasy it is. You don't want it to dry out too much, so I got a actual Scotch-Brite little sponge. I don't like the thin ones. I like the sponge behind them because then I can use them for other detailing things. But I'll give it all a once over with this and then decide if I think it needs paint. And at this point, this one I really don't know because it's pretty clean. It's pretty clean. In fact, I'm worried about what I'm doing with this. I don't even want to put Scotch-Brite over it, man. I kind of want to sponge it. And the paint is so old that it kind of took some of the paint off. I'm trying to hurry now because you really don't want this stuff to dry out. That was too much dry out, by the way. And if it dries out that much, I'll hit it with a sponge again. But this here, a guy could tape off your white, paint it really easily, no problem, with just this amount of prep. You don't need to sand it, you just need to get the grease off. As long as you're going with a flat. If you're going with a glossy paint, that may be a different story for you. Okay, we're gonna call that done. And I'll be able to tell if I'm gonna paint it once I get done with the whole thing. Once I'm done with it all, I'll go around the whole thing and make sure I got the water, the suds from the degreaser and everything out of every crevice. And there's some dirt in here, but I'm not gonna paint that part. But, big tip here, and it's on this year, especially 95, 96. I don't know about the newer or older years. I think the newer years they changed. I don't know. They offered it maybe in the same years where it had the plastic double lights. But when you're doing this, watch out right here. If you start painting back here, there's this little pocket. Watch this. You literally need to go in there with a towel. Now I've flicked most of it out with my fingers, but water does stand in there and set there in almost every one I've done. You start painting and then have it sploosh out because the paint hits it, you won't be a happy camper. But I'm gonna let this dry off, and it is looking like it maybe could use some paint. I found this. I was planning to do it a silver, and I've got so many different colors. I don't think a gloss would look good on it. I like using the hammered where it's got that textured look, but I got this. And that's the color I was thinking about going with. And then I found this slate, which would be a nice, it's kind of a matte, well it is a matte finish, but it's kind of closer to the factory color. I'm thinking I might do it, but I've only got one can. So I'm gonna go look inside and see what Walmart's got. All right, I decided, I didn't record it, but that I absolutely had to redo this and paint it all. So it is painted. It looks great back here. There was one part in the can, I used a really old can, but then after that, everything looks fantabulous. It'll look really nice behind the grill. And I'm almost ready to paint said grill. So, and Google Glass is dead. I can't get it to work. So, a little bit of spots on here of polish. But other than that, this piece is looking just spectacular. And I put, I blacked it all out behind it, looking great. I'm gonna clip the grill in. I'm gonna show you on the back. Well, after showing the washing and everything, I figure I've gotta show you the truck because this is how it turns out buffed. And I'm here to tell you, it's worth it to buff your truck. It's worth it to do these things to it. I'm gonna put a video in the end of all this that kind of shows everything we did, and I'm probably gonna patch these all together to where somebody could just watch all the way through. So that's the deal on the C2500. Thanks for watching, and I'll be putting another video up, actually painting the grill and doing the tail lights tomorrow. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you.